growing up, there's always tornado sirens going off like all the time, so that's just what you're used to. But then, I mean, then they just went off more than once, so it was different than usual. I had one roommate. He was not there because he was at the high school's graduation at Missouri Southern. So he was on the other side of town. We lived on Moffett Street, so like 3 or 4 blocks from where everything was completely leveled.
So here's the radar picture at this point. We're looking at Storm Tracker 3 over the last 3 hours, and the first item of concern is the storm you see coming across the Kansas border now, just about to make it to the Joplin area. We also have some showers and storms across northern Arkansas. Those just became severe, but the main threats for strong and damaging winds and large hail will first come at us.
I mean, it was just raining, like a usual storm. And then I was just sitting there watching TV, and the first siren went off. I looked outside. Like, a lot of times people just go outside when they hear them to see if they see anything. And I mean, it just looked like every other time. And then it wasn't until it went off the second time that I looked out there. The second time that the sirens went off, I looked out there, and it just seemed not right. And like the rain was literally coming sideways, and you could hear the wind picking up. So that's when I realized, and then I could see stuff flying around. So that's when I just ran into my bathtub and took cover. Because my basement, you had to go around outside to get to, because it was that kind of basement. So if I'd done that, it would have been, I mean, it would have been worse. So
you had a storm shelter outside?
Kind of, yeah.
Stations, National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for western Jasper County until 1800 hours. National Weather Service Doppler radar indicated a tornado 10 miles west of Carl Junction or 6 miles east of Columbus, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Storm has a history of producing funnel clouds and tennis ball-sized hail. Time of dispatch, 17:13.
I was probably in there. It's just so hard to remember just because it was such a shocking thing. But I'd guess like a minute or so.
Really?
Yeah, but it could have been longer just because you don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
You don't know if it's over or what, but it just seemed like a long time. But for all I know, it was just like a minute even.
What was the damage like to your house?
Literally all the windows were blown out. There was glass everywhere. There's a crack like where the wall meets the ceiling that's probably like an inch thick of where the whole roof completely tried to lift off of the house. So it was just insane to see stuff like that. Pretty much everything in our living room, like all the furniture and just everything was just ruined just from stuff hitting it and stuff like that. Yeah, my truck was completely ruined. It blew out all the windows. There's just glass everywhere. There's just garbage everywhere. It was completely soaked on the inside, so it got completely lost. I drove my truck even though it was completely ruined, so I just sat on glass and it was awful. Like, but that was my only way. I couldn't just leave everything there, so because I grabbed what I could out of my house since everything, like we had to leave it obviously. So I grabbed what I could keep that was valuable to me and just brought that with me, hoping that my parents' house was still fine, so, which luckily it was. Day after, like when there's a bunch of people missing still, so me and a few friends, as a lot of people did, went out and helped search through all, like the debris and all that stuff, because there were so many people missing, and it was such a mess, like you couldn't even see where a house was next to another house, like everything was just a pile of wood and just trash, so we'd go out and help. I mean, I just take it a lot more seriously now. Not that I didn't take it seriously before, but I just pay attention to it more now. And I think everyone around here does after that, just because they can see what happens now. So you just know to pay more attention, so you're more prepared and can be safe.
What did it look like when you came back?
I mean, even then, a lot had rebuilt just in that short period of time, which is awesome to see. I mean, especially, obviously, by now, everything's back up to how it was for the most part. But even within the first year, so much was rebuilt so fast that it's amazing to see how fast stuff like that can go up. Like houses and all the businesses. So.